All right, so in this video, I want to make it so when we add a meal, it actually shows down here. Same thing with workouts, because right now these are obviously just hard-coded. So in the index HTML, you can see we have meal items, we also have workout items, and basically each one is wrapped in this class of card with a margin on the y-axis class as well. And inside that, we have a card body, and then it will display the name, the number of calories, and the delete button. All right, so let's start off with coming down. Let's see, where's our public? So we have add meal, and what I want to do is before we call this dot render, I'm going to call this dot underscore display new meal. And we want to pass in the meal that's being added that we want to display as well. So then we'll create that method down here right above the render. Let's say underscore display new meal, and that's going to take in a meal. And then we want to target the element where we want to store it, which is, or display it, which is meal items. So let's say const meals L, so meals element, and we'll set that to document dot get element by ID, and that has the ID of meal dash items. Okay, and then we're going to create a div, which is going to be this div with the class of card and my2. So let's say const, and I'll just call this meal L, so singular meal L. And let's say set that to document dot and then create element. And we're going to create a div. And then I want to add those two classes. So we'll say meal L dot class list dot add, and the two classes we want to add are going to be card and my2, so my dash 2. All right, so now we add the classes. I also want to set a data attribute, so a custom attribute that has the meal ID in it, because we're going to need that later on when we have to delete the meal. So to do that, we can say meal L dot, and we're going to use set attribute, and we're going to create an attribute called data dash ID, and we're going to set that to the meal dot ID. Okay, and we have access to that because the meal object is being passed in here. So that'll set the ID. Now for the inner HTML, let's say meal L dot inner HTML. And we're going to set that to a template string, so we're going to use backticks. And then what we'll do is just copy everything that's within the card class, not the card class itself, but everything within it, which is this card body class. I'm sorry, card body div. So we'll copy that, and then what I'm going to do is just get rid of the hard-coded stuff here. So item 1 and item 2. Item 2 ends here, so we'll get rid of that and that. So basically we just have an empty div with the ID of meal items. So if I save that now, we're not going to see anything here. And then for the inner HTML, I'm going to paste that whole card body div, and we're going to replace hard-coded breakfast here with a variable of meal.name. And then we want to do the same thing with the calories. So here, let's say meal.calories, and that should do it for now. So let's go ahead and save that. Oh, we forgot to actually add it to the DOM. So under the inner HTML, what I'm going to do is take the meals element, and we're going to append child. So we're basically going to add the meal element into the meals element. So let's pass in here meal L. All right, now let's try to add a meal. So we'll say lunch, we'll say 500 calories, add meal, and there we go. So it not only does the stats update in the progress bar, but it also now shows here. If we create another one, let's say dinner, let's say that was $7.50, and I add it. Now you can see that gets added as well, and everything gets factored in. So now we want to do the workout, which is going to be very similar. So let's call it up here. So for add workout, and then we'll do this dot underscore display new workout and pass in the workout object. And then let's come down here. We'll go right below display new meal. Actually, I'm going to copy display new meal because it's very similar. So we'll just grab that whole method and change the name here to display new workout. And let's pass in workout. And then we just want to change the elements here. Actually, I could probably just grab meal and then all the instances of meal, just change those. Yeah, we can just do that and say workout. And then just to check, the only thing that's really different between the workout display and the meals is the color. You can see that the boxes here. So the workouts is secondary. So this div right here with the BG primary, we want to change that to secondary because the orange class is the secondary class is orange. All right, and then of course we want to append to workouts element, and we want to append the workout element. All right, so let's save that and try it out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to delete the workout items from here as well, the hard-coded stuff. So we have item 1, item 2, which ends here. So we'll just get rid of those. So you should just have an empty div here. And obviously nothing's going to stick right now because we haven't implemented any storage, local storage or anything like that. So for workout, we'll say treadmill and let's say 400. All right, so then it gets added. If we add a meal, say lunch is 500. There we go. So yeah, now we can display workouts and meals. So let's see, the next thing I want to do, I think the next thing I want to do is be able to remove the meals and workouts. So we should be able to delete this, and not only will it delete the item, but it will also, factor in everything up here.